how you doing, guys? It's KL, and that's KL Belvin, but you pretty much know who I am. Taking the time out, I decided that I was going to add a series of videos that reflect the different things that I do, the different hats that I wear, just to have something to say that I hope actually helps anyone that listens to it. If you've paid attention on my Facebook page or the stuff that I put on Twitter, I've started to write daily affirmations because I just wanted to get out the way that I feel about things and things that I see in the world, and just trying to offer some type of insight to a better way of being. Things are not as nasty and negative in this world as we would like them to believe. There are some beautiful things, and I know as corny as that sounds, but there are. And I think we have to discuss those things, just like we need to discuss the nasty and negative things. So I'm trying to write daily affirmations just to put out there how I feel and things of that nature. Tonight's video is actually going to talk about the hat that I wear as an author. I think sometimes I get so used to trying to help everyone else that I tend to forget that I actually wrote a book, and a book that I'm proud of. From Gigolo to Jesus. Here it is, if you have not seen it. I know I've been posting it all over the place, but here it is, front and back, as you see my lovely picture of my wife and I in the back there. From Gigolo to Jesus is a book that I'm very proud of. I'm very humbled in completing it, simply because it's about me. And I don't say that in a vain way. It's about the man that I used to be and the transformation into the man that I am now. And I've said in many an interview, it was very difficult to write because to have to relive the man that I was through the eyes of the man that I am now, it was tough. And I regret the way that I've made some people feel in my past. But I believe that everything that I did then was needed for me to be the man that I am now in terms of helping others. I understand what a lot of people are going through because of the pain that I caused. And I have asked for forgiveness and have left that emotion behind me, and all I can do is continue to do what I've been doing. In Gigolo to Jesus, from Gigolo to Jesus, one of the chapters that stands out tremendously to me is the chapter on abortion and miscarriages, because it affects both genders. Many a female has been through a miscarriage or has made the choice to have an abortion, and the mental strain that a woman goes under when having to make those steps in her life, a man will never, and fellas, let me say this again, you will never understand what a woman is going through. So I'm not even going to sit here and kid myself and act like I do, because I don't. But one thing I do know is I know the pain that it can cause to a man. And I don't think men talk about that simply because men don't share internal pain with each other anyway. But when you actually start to really sit back and consider that a life was lost or a life was terminated for whatever reason, it is emotionally touching. It really grabs your emotions and causes you to just, oh man, think in ways that you just don't think on a normal basis. And then when you think about those same situations and then realize that you were rooting for those things to happen, you start to realize how filthy you really are. Or in my case, I've really started to realize how filthy I was. You see, I've been a part of 25 or 26 abortion miscarriages, and I am not proud of it in any way. At times I even question my own existence. Why did the Lord choose to save me when I lived as filthy as a man could be? And it tears you up inside, because now you have a respect for life. You have a respect for children. You dedicate yourself to trying to save children's lives. But you have this umbrella in your own life that you're under, that you actually played a role in the demise of who knows what the potential of those children could have been. And when I sat down to write that chapter, I honestly had to stop a couple of times to gather myself. People say writing is therapy, and I agree, but there's a part of it that you don't really want to have to look at yourself again. There's things you don't want to go back and look in the mirror at because you just want to get it off you, get it out of you, as fast as you can and never go back. But in this case, my penance was that I had to sit down and relive that life and make sure that I stressed it to all the people around me how devastating that man was. To my ex-wife, I've apologized numerous times, and I will do so. I am sorry for the way that I treated you, because in the book I talk about, here she was aborting a child, and I was as emotionless as a person could be. I was actually sitting there questioning how long this was going to take. Here she was using a experimental drug at the time, RU-486, the abortion drug, and I'm simply questioning how long is this going to take. There's nothing pleasurable about that, but I felt it needed to be put in the book because it needed to be discussed. My motivation as an author is to meet as many people as possible, talk to as many people as possible, and try to change as many lives as I can. I don't base that on sales, because if you do that, it can be it's very easy to slip past your main motivation, because you start looking at time, you start questioning how long a conversation is going to go with a potential customer, and that term customer seems to play a larger role when looking at money, whereas when you look to help, readers don't even look like readers. They remain as people that you really want to get what's in this book out into their lives, and that's what it's about. So if anybody has picked up From Gigolo to Jesus and has read it, they'll understand exactly where I'm coming from with what I'm talking about. And if you haven't picked it up, you should pick it up and take a look at it and see how open I left myself. I guess for attack or for whatever. I don't really worry about it. It's behind me. I really did feel a weight lifted off me when I finished this book. And I hope that anybody watching this considers their own damage that they've done in their lives and in the lives of others, and consider letting it go. Ask the Lord to forgive you. Get up and let it go. Contact the person that you hurt. Ask them to forgive you. And even if they don't drive yourself crazy. Don't beg. Just simply from the heart say, I'm sorry. Tell them why you're sorry, and then leave it alone. You can't try to heal the person that you hurt. The only thing that you can offer is the apology. What they choose to do with it is on their own. And then live your life. But live your life with the knowledge of never wanting to go backwards and become that person again. And that's what I'm trying to do. So if nothing else, use my words as an example, use my actions as an example, and do the best you can to move forward. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. This is KL Belvin. I hope these words moved you. I hope these words helped you. And I hope these words taught you something about the man behind the words. It's not too often we get a chance to actually listen to some of the people that we talk to on the internet. And I hope that this has been informative. Take care. God bless.